What's up, everyone? It's Jed here with Hunt Mobile Welding. And on today's video, I want to talk about the top 4 places I have to find used equipment for your mobile welding business when you're starting out. I know a lot of guys out here, they're going to get 50,000 or like $80,000 trucks with a loan, buying a brand new welder, kitting out their trucks right away, and they're only out here for like a year, and then all of a sudden they're like, damn, this ain't what I want to do. Now I'm in debt. Now what the hell do I do with all this stuff? Well, that's not the way I went about it. I kept my day job. I allocated so much of my money to starting my business. Every paycheck, I was getting new tools every week. Not new tools, but new to me. Um, and that was I found that was the best way to do it. Is every week you just find something that you want or need for your business to start to kick out on your own, and you slowly gain this awesome setup of tools, and it costs half the price of buying it brand new. I do have some new tools, but that's very like specialty stuff that I needed for a very niche market for some of the welding that I do. But here we go with number one is Facebook Marketplace. If you take your time, dig through some of all the upfront stuff, and really get into it, and don't rush into things. You can find some really, really good equipment and some really good deals out here. Go up here, you look at just getting some welders, and for max price, I don't know, $4,000 is a good starting price for a welder, maybe. And then it'll bring up stuff that's close by you. I mean, here we go. We got an SA 200 cross planes. Got some fresh paint on the front. Doesn't tell me what year it is. Another thing to look at is with these, how long they've been posted. 3 weeks ago, that's kind of a long time. If he's sitting on it, I know these SA 200s, people think they're sitting on a gold mine. I'm a Miller guy myself, but uh, 3 weeks, if you hit them up and be like, hey, it's been on here for a while. How bad you trying to get rid of this thing? Take a couple hundred off. Well, then you get up there and be like, well, man, I got to drive 2 hours to go get it. Take a couple hundred more off for fuel and stuff. Stuff like that. You got to wheel and deal with these guys. What the worst they can say is no. Um, let's see here. What else we got? We got a Miller welder. What do we got? A Bobcat 140. It says Bobcat 140, but it's a Blue Star 2E faceplate. Um, this thing is really, really tore up. It's a propane engine. Currently doesn't have spark and it's not running. Uh, man, I wouldn't give him anywhere near $750. I'd give him a couple $100. If you're willing to do the work on this stuff, you can find some good deals. That's the thing. My first welder was AEAD 200 LE Miller, and it didn't weld. I bought it. It barely ran. It's louder than all get up. It had one of these little mufflers on it, and it didn't weld. I took it home, cleaned it all up, got the parts for it, put it in myself, and put it on a trailer. And I was welding for under $500. The guy wanted 800. I bought it for 300 and put 200 parts in it. And I had a decent weld. I still have it in my garage. I still use it when my Bobcat breaks down. Actually, um, but yeah, some of these older welders, they'll run forever with these owning engines on them and stuff. But you just got to take care of them, and if you're willing to do the work, you can find some good deals. But that's something you got to look out for this stuff here. That like here we go, Lincoln Weld 225 generates. You can test it when you come in there. That's gonna be well. He's got a pretty big muffler on it. Nice big battery. Looks like it's got a fresh paint job on it. Man, there's some good stuff out here. I mean, you gotta dig through some of it to find the good stuff. And the farther away you get from your house, man, tell them I need a couple hundred off for fuel. I mean, it takes you a whole day. You're wasting a day of your time to go get this stuff. Not seeing much else though. Stuff's getting pretty tight. But here's a 225. This is what I run on my truck right now. This is in, as I call it, DebQ. Dubuque, Iowa. On the trailer, ready to go, $2,000. He already dropped it. This post is 16 weeks ago. Man, I bet you offer him 1,500 bucks, he might squirm a little bit, but if you wait him out, I bet you he'd take that. It's got leads on it. Looks like that's a heck of a deal right there. No hour meter. That worries me a little bit. When you look at this stuff too, make sure you look at it. Was it stored inside? Um, is there a lot of dust on top of it and stuff? When you go and test it, see, it's got this wheel kit on it and stuff. That's real nice. Um, Not a lot of rust or oil leaking anywhere. Nice new faceplate. None of this is wore out, so you can tell it hadn't sat outside its entire life. Um, Make sure you test this stuff out when you get there. I mean, if it's running, bring some steel with you. If they ain't got leads, bring your own leads. But that's number one. That's Facebook Marketplace. Alrighty, guys and gals. Second up is old Rusty Trusty Craigslist. A lot of these guys that are getting out of the business, they're retiring and stuff. They don't use the Facebook Marketplace. That's for that young crowd that really wants to, get what their money's worth. They can kind of research things, use Google a lot. So you might pay a little more, but sometimes you get some of them really good deals out there. An old farmer or something getting rid of stuff, or a guy selling everything out of his shop. Um, you can find some really, really good deals. Don't be scared to drive for Craigslist though. I know that some of the deals that I've gotten for it have been well over 100 miles for me to drive and go get something. So you gotta kind of work around, find some nearby cities and stuff you can check out. What I like to do is just find a welder. 309 for sale. It said. Um, See some engine drives. This one right here. I know, like this one's a Hobart. Looks pretty beat up. I don't like that rusty faceplate, man. That looks like it's been outside its entire life. Posted a month ago. But he says everything. Oh, it has an engine problem. It's one of them ones that you can work on yourself. I'm not too keen on that engine thing. Here's a good one. Look at that. 225G. That's what I run on my truck. Like I said, look at that. It looks like a brand new faceplate on it. No hour meter. That's a little worrisome, but as long as you do the maintenance and everything, it should be grand. Not a lot of rust on it, so you can tell that it's been inside for a long, long time. Um, Engine looks really clean. That's uh, that's uncommon for these because a lot of these the stickers and stuff wear out on them too. He wants $2,200. Posted over 2 weeks ago. Man, I'd offer him, $2,000. Didn't be like, hey, it's been up there for 2 weeks. If you want to get rid of it, I got cash in hand. I come get it tonight. And that's Craigslist. I mean, everyone around has got to know about Craigslist. But yeah, there's deals on here. You just got sometimes you got to scroll through some of the ads and everything. But there's good stuff out here. You just got to find it. This is a real good place for me too. I do a lot of equipment shopping on here for some of the bigger stuff, fab tables and stuff like that. But alrighty, third up is garage sales. I know everyone says, oh, you don't get good stuff from there, but for like C clamps, vice grips, hand tools like files, um, you find some really good hand tools and stuff at them garage sales. Just keep an eye out. When I'm driving around or something, if I'm coming back from a job and I see a garage sale open, I swing in. I mean, I always got, you know, $50 on cash on hand for lunch and stuff. I can find seat clamps for days, and they're the good quality, American built ones, not these cast iron ones and stuff, or those cast metal ones that you get from like Harbor Freight and stuff nowadays. They're them hardy, hard steel ones that you can really put a beating on them, and they work great. Not, estate sales go along with that too. Not But uh, keep your eye out on garage sales for hand tools. Alrighty, everyone. Last but not least, our auction groups online. Man, this is an awesome resource to have in your corner. I have bought more than I should have on these sites. It's probably the best and worst thing that ever happened because I spend so much time on these auction sites. I am constantly scrolling through to find the deals, and I tell you, there are some great deals out here. This is one that I use. Um, they're hit and miss. Sometimes you'll find some that they're really, really popular with a lot of people, so the prices get ran up on some items. Your typical auction stuff that you sometimes you get into bidding wars with people, but if you find some of the smaller time auction houses near you, you can find some really great deals on equipment. And and let's see here, I have an account with them, and some of the items that you can find, I mean, I'm looking at, you know, there's a Millermatic 200 going for 526 right now. Let's take a look at it. Looks like it got pretty beat up, but for 530 bucks, probably 600 bucks with tax, title, and license. That's one thing you got to be really careful about with these is they do a buyer's fee, 10%, then tax, title, and license to get out the door. Um, but an Ellis 1800 metal bandsaw for 1600 bucks right now. That's a pretty good deal going right now. There's 6 days left in this auction. Looking at a couple other things too, like little fab tables and stuff. I like to pick these up. This one I'm actually looking at it right now because of that Wilton vise on there. Take the vise off and sell the table for another small fab shop or something. I'm sure they would like that table, or some guy in his garage. But that vise is something that I'm looking at for $27. I think I might try and bid on that one. You find steel out here. It's crazy the amount of metal that these shops get rid of for stupid low prices. Um, let's see here. There was that other welder on here. There's a 175 Millermatic. Some of this stuff is pretty old, but I mean, starting out, you take what you can get. Um, Comes with the cart. Looks to be in pretty good shape, and for 250 bucks, you can't beat it with a regulator. I mean, it gets you going. That's the main thing is you get something that starts making you money. All right, everyone. That was my top 4 places that I buy equipment from when I was getting started out. Um, you just got to take your time with it. You can't really buy everything all at once. Like I said, what I did was with my day job, I would take so much from my paycheck and I would go out and buy one tool. I'd go out and buy, a couple of C clamps from somewhere. And then the next check, I'd go buy, my abrasive saw. And then my next check, I went and bought, a chipping hammer or something. Just that, 2 off items, and all of a sudden you got yourself a nice little kit that when someone does call you for work, you can actually go out and be like, "Yeah, I'm on my way. Don't worry about it. I'll be there in 30 minutes or something." So yeah, that was my top 4 places to find used equipment when you're getting started with your mobile welding business. If you guys like this video, please subscribe, give a thumbs up, and leave a comment if you like this content. Uh, if you'd like me to do another video on the minimum tools required to start a business, let me know down in the comments, and I could get that out here in the next couple of weeks, hopefully. Um, Everyone, I hope you guys have a great day and keep learning and burning.